Hey, if you're anything like me, you went into this Black Friday owning way more libraries than you will realistically ever use. I mean, look at the size of that contact scroll bar. If that's the case, you are probably running out of free space on your drives as well. At this point, you're not looking for big orchestral libraries anymore, but you're looking for smaller, more exotic ones that will inspire you to go into a new direction. Or maybe you are on a really tight budget, and while all those big flagship orchestral libraries look and sound really amazing, they are just not an option for you right now. In both cases, this video may be for you. Today I want to show you the only library I bought on Black Friday 2025, and it only cost me 35 bucks. The library I want to show you today is the Dulciano from Fracture Sounds. If you haven't heard of it before, it's basically a grand piano that is played with dulcimer hammers. So the resulting sound is similar to a dulcimer, but with longer sustains and a greater playable range. I'll just give you a brief idea of what it sounds like. It also reminds me of a harpsichord, but without the pluckiness from the harpsichord, which of course makes sense because here the strings are hit while the harpsichord actually plucks them. I'll just walk you through the library really quickly. Basically, we have 3 mic positions. I can show you those in isolation. This is the close position. I will turn off the reverb here. Then there's this one. And a far microphone position. So you can shape the sound pretty much to your liking. There's also this perspective slider here that lets you adjust these on the fly. I'll put this back into the middle here, and then there's a built-in reverb. And without the reverb. Actually, I turn it up higher so you can hear more of it. And you can select different types of reverb here, but I do like the default one. Okay, the damping is probably my favorite control because it allows you to shorten the sustains. So basically, if you turn the damping all the way up, if you push a key and you keep holding it down, then the sample will play out, but as soon as you let go, the note will stop. And I'm probably going to use this a lot at this setting because for fast ostinato patterns, for example, I think this is going to be really handy. Then there's a color slider that lets you adjust the brightness of the tone of the instrument. So default position is this. You can make it brighter and darker. And then there are rolls. If you move the mod wheel, you can start a roll at any point basically. So you can play and then bring in the roll whenever you want and control the dynamics with the mod wheel. And something to point out here is that these rolls are not perfectly even. They are a bit bumpy, which depending on what you want to do with them can be an upside or a downside. For me personally, it's a bit more of a downside, I think, but I don't mind it too much. And then there's also a version of the instrument with muted strings. that sounds like this. By the way, I hope my keyboard doesn't make too much noise here. I'm sorry if it does, but if I disable my microphone every time I hit a note and then I enable it again when I want to say something, that would be really tedious. Okay. I'm a little bit short on time because I want to get this up on YouTube before the end of Black Friday. So I haven't written a full demo piece or something like that. I have a very brief musical idea here that's not really anything. Don't expect too much. And then I also want to show you a little sound design idea with the instrument. But I'll play you this little incomplete demo first. This is with a Dulciano and a nylon guitar, a piano, and some strings. And it doesn't really have an end, which is fitting because it doesn't really have a structure. Like I said, I'm short on time. Okay, so I wanted to show you this little sound design idea, and that's going to be the last thing I show you here, and then we are done with the video. But I thought this was cool. Basically, I have the Dulciano here, and this is with a little bit of EQ to, let me show you that, to take out some of the harshness here, and a little bit of noise in this region. And then this is going into a sand effect that has eventide crystals, which is basically a pitch shifting delay. And that is going into another EQ with a high cut. And then I have another delay on top of that. So that on its own sounds like this. And I'm going to disable my microphone now, just to be safe. And then the idea that I had was to layer this with a piano. This is Noir from Native Instruments. Basically, this is going to add a little bit of bite and sharpness to the piano. And because of all the pitch shifting delay stuff that I have on top of that, it's like a pad that's following the piano. And then I can use the mod wheel to bring in the rolls from the Dulciano whenever I want to. So this was my short review or demo walkthrough video for the Dulciano from Fracture Sounds. I'm curious, was this library on your radar before? Is it now? Please let me know in the comments below. And also let me know what else you got for Black Friday. And if after all of this and all these crazy sales, you still have a few bucks burning a hole in your pocket, I also wanted you to know that I have a Buy Me a Coffee page where you can buy my 48-minute breakdown video for my mock-up of the concert suite from the Polar Express that I made at the end of last year. In that video, I go into detail about all the libraries that I used for that mock-up, as well as the processing that I applied to them and the most important MIDI programming choices that I made. It's also a great way to support my channel and enable me to make more content like this. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all those things YouTube wants you to do. It greatly supports me and my channel. I hope you had a great Black Friday. I hope you didn't have to sell a kidney or your children. And see you soon. Bye.